What does it mean to be intelligent, and does it necessarily equate to success or happiness? This question is particularly poignant when we delve into the life of William James Sidis, a man who defied conventional definitions of intelligence and success. Born in New York in the late 19th century, Sidis was no ordinary child. By the time most toddlers are just beginning to form sentences, Sidis was already reading. At the tender age of 2, while his peers were still grappling with basic vocabulary, Sidis had taught himself Latin. By 3, he'd added Greek to his linguistic repertoire. His extraordinary mental prowess didn't stop at language acquisition. At the age of 11, when most children are just starting middle school, Sidis was admitted into Harvard University. Yes, you heard that right, 11. By 16, he had not only graduated with honors, but had also become the youngest professor at this esteemed institution. Now, if you're thinking that his intelligence was confined to academia, think again. Sidis was a polyglot who had proficiency in an astonishing 40 languages. His intelligence quotient was estimated to be 250 points, a staggering 2.5 times higher than the average score of 100. But Sidis's life was not just a tale of intellectual triumphs. His astounding mental feats brought him fame, yes, but they also cast a long, daunting shadow over his personal life. His early life was marked by unprecedented academic accomplishments, but it was also fraught with the pressures and expectations that come with being a child prodigy. Despite his remarkable abilities and the promise of a glittering future, Sidis chose a different path, one that was far removed from the limelight. But that's a story for another scene. For now, let's just say that Sidis was poised for a bright future, an intellectual giant standing on the precipice of greatness. Yet, Sidis eschewed the life of academia, fame, and fortune that seemed destined for him. This was a man who, by the age of 16, had not only graduated from Harvard with honors but had also become the university's youngest professor. A man who could converse in 40 languages, whose intellectual prowess was beyond compare. But William James Sidis chose to walk a different path. Haunted by his past as a child prodigy, Sidis decided to renounce everything that reminded him of it. He resigned from his esteemed position at Harvard, turning his back on a world that had marveled at his mind. But what could possibly follow a life so full of extraordinary achievements at such a young age? Sidis found his answer in the humdrum of everyday life. He took up manual jobs that were worlds apart from the intellectual pursuits he had once excelled in. Sidis worked as a machine operator and later as a cook in a diner, roles that did not tap into his exceptional intelligence. But Sidis wasn't just running from his past, he was also running towards something. He sought normalcy, a life where his extraordinary intelligence did not set him apart. He found solace in the simple pleasure of collecting miniature streetcars. He immersed himself in studying the history of Boston, a pursuit that allowed him to engage his mind without the pressures of being a prodigy. He also made personal choices that further distanced him from his past. Despite his vast knowledge and understanding of the world, Sidis chose to remain celibate, taking a vow of chastity in his adolescence. He adopted a minimalist lifestyle, wearing the same tunic regardless of the season, and was known for his aversion to bathing. In choosing this life, Sidis was not playing down his intelligence. Rather, he was seeking to live a life that was not defined by it. He was a man who had every opportunity to revel in his extraordinary abilities, yet chose simplicity over grandeur, anonymity over fame. Sidis chose a life far removed from the extraordinary intelligence he possessed. Sidis's life was not conventional by any means. His aversion to sex was as profound as his love for knowledge, leading him to take a vow of chastity in his adolescence. Sidis was a man of peculiar habits, wearing the same tunic in both winter and summer and showing little interest in common societal norms like regular bathing. His life took an abrupt turn at age 46 when he succumbed to a cerebral hemorrhage. The world lost a mind of unparalleled brilliance, a man who could have changed the course of history but chose a life of simplicity instead. Sidis's choices were a stark reminder of the implications of extraordinary intelligence. His life was a testament to the fact that intelligence, while a precious gift, is not always synonymous with success or happiness. The story of William James Sidis, the man with an estimated IQ of 250, is a poignant tale of a genius who chose simplicity over fame, reminding us that there is more to life than what meets the eye.